Hi, my name is Hugo Olayas. I work for Forward Movement, which is a ministry of the Episcopal Church, and I am the author of No Longer Strangers, Exploring Immigration Issues, which is a little booklet that we have created in Forward Movement, and we are selling on our website. It contains 4 lessons for study, individual or group study, on immigration issues from a biblical point of view. And I'm here in Springfield, Ohio, with the Reverend Michelle Bumgard, who is the rector in Christ Episcopal Church here in town. How are you?
I'm good. It's been a busy week.
I can imagine. It seems to me that the nation has turned her eyes on your town, and there's so much controversy, particularly regarding the Haitian community in town. I read somewhere that most of them they have refugee status, right?
They have temporary protected status, which is different than refugee status. That means that the U.S. government has granted them permission to settle here legally for a time because they understand that it is unsafe for them to return. But that also is only for a time. That needs to be renewed regularly, and at some point the United States could say, well, you know, we have said that we have granted temporary protective status to such and such date, and we will not extend it another time. It does, however, mean that people are allowed to work. It does mean that people are here legally. So.
All right. What have been your interactions with the Haitian community?
You would be surprised how many conversations I start with hello, bonjour. Everybody is surprised when I say that. I mean, from the Haitian community, and I think it's because it's that step of welcoming. It's that first step of welcoming. It's I recognize that you are different, and I acknowledge and sort of welcome your difference. And then there's a follow-up of, do you speak French? Do you speak Creole? And then, yes, I speak some French, and then we have a bit of a conversation. So I've had a lot of those. I've had some sort of very pastoral conversations with folks who are from Haiti who have been part of my congregation, and because those are pastoral. But, recognizing that there is a lot of heartbreak and a lot of trauma that comes with having to come here, because that means that you have, it's not a decision that I think anyone has made lightly. In many cases, it is because there's been not just one threat or one incident of violence that shaped them. It's that they really and legitimately think that they cannot continue in Haiti, and so they've come here. But it also means that they have family and friends in Haiti that are continuing to suffer and things like that, and that's very sad and tragic for them.
I understand that maybe the very day when bomb threats were sent to the high school, you got together with some of the other religious leaders to pray together, right?
We prayed, and we had a press conference, and we included the Vilas, who is, I believe, the associate pastor of the First Evangelical Haitian Church, but also is the executive director of the Haitian Community Support Center, and he also got to speak at that. But we all came together, and we started in prayer and we ended in prayer. But in between, we said to all the national news outlets and anyone else who would listen that the Springfield that has been highlighted in the media and the Springfield that has been so negatively portrayed by certain political candidates, that's not the Springfield we know. The Springfield that we know has come together in a variety of ways and came together long before this. Springfield was a city that was declining for decades, and as a result, housing was boarded up, housing was torn down, all kinds of things. Suddenly, we had an increase of our population that is perhaps 10, 15, perhaps even 20% of our population today was not here 10 years ago. And I've said any kind of growth like that is going to have some tension. But those were challenges that we as a community were working to meet together. And so there were regular monthly meetings of wide variety of, I'll call them stakeholders. Everyone from social services, the churches, public services, all kinds of other folks working to, the hospital, public health, working together to try to say, how do we let the Haitian community know what is available, and how do we help to anticipate what they will need? And we've tried to sort of build that together, and that's been ongoing long before. You know, we were going in the process of adjusting to these growing pains, and then we were thrust into the media spotlight. But the story of Springfield is actually, you know, one that until 2 weeks ago might have been held up as a successful example of how do you deal with this kind of population growth. But people have chosen to spread falsehood and negativity and not highlighted the really positive things that have come.
Mother Michelle, we are standing here in front of a painting,
Yeah.
I believe 18th century?
17th century.
17th century painting representing the Holy Family fleeing to Egypt.
Yeah.
How do your views or your understanding of Jesus' teaching help form your views on immigration and refugees?
Well, I often say, you know, Jesus was a refugee, and that is helpful to remember. Jesus was perpetually throughout his life reaching out to those who were marginalized, those who were considered outside of the community. By odd fluke of the lectionary last Sunday, we read the lesson of Jesus going to talking with the Syrophoenician woman. And the thing that I mentioned in my sermon was, we should not be surprised that he encounters a Syrophoenician woman. He went to the region of Tyre. That's outside of Judea. He should be encountering Canaanites. He's in Canaan. He is going to outside his community to go and spread the good news, to spread healing. And to me, that is part of what we are called to do and to bear witness to is, you know, we are called to be the hands of Jesus, to go and spread love outside of the four walls of our church, and to go to the folks who most need to hear that word of love, which right now, most definitely is the Haitian community.
Mother Michelle, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.